everybody, welcome back to another video. Where are we, Rhys?
We are in Howlow on land.
Which you will have seen from our last video, and this is in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, Vietnam.
And what is one thing that you always see about Vietnam? Or just Southeast Asia in general?
Goats.
Sleeper trains, sleeper buses,
trains. Oh, yeah.
All these sleeper things. And tonight, we are trying one. We are trying a sleeper train.
That's been the most annoying thing I've ever had to do.
Okay, I'll tell you what we've had issue with. We're here with my parents, and we booked a 4-berth cabin, and it said we were booking a 4-berth cabin. And then they've contacted us, and they said, you're going to be separate though. So they're putting 2 strangers, separating them so that we're also separated, which makes no sense. But also my dad is currently injured and cannot walk at the best of times. So they've put him on a top bunk, so we've been trying to liaise with them, like he can't go on a top bunk, so they're trying to sort it, but we'll see if that works out, because if not, we'll have a vlog of my dad sitting in a train corridor for the whole time. I just don't know why they would put 2 pairs that don't know each other separate and then have to separate our group of 4. Especially this is meant to be first class. It's cheap compared to other sleeper trains, but it's still 3 figures, you know, for 4 people. So the average cost of this sleeper train is about £50 per person, which is cheap compared to other countries, but compared to transport in Vietnam, it's not actually that cheap. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and hopefully this whole cabin thing can get sorted. We booked on a site called Bookaway, which at the minute I would not recommend. They advertised a cabin for 4 and it wasn't available, so that's great. But we have eventually got in touch with someone nice on the customer support, and she said she's going to advocate, but we shall see.
A train is in less than 11 hours.
Less than 11 hours. If it's not able to be sorted and we'd found out this morning or yesterday, we would have changed to a sleeper bus, because my dad cannot go up a ladder. But we'll see how this goes, and we'll check in with you. We've got some more activities this afternoon, but we'll check in with you when it's time for the train. We are back from the day's activities, which you'll have seen in last week's vlog, and now we have quite a long wait. What time is it? Our train is at 11 p.m. or maybe even 11:30, and it's currently 5:30. So we were back in the hotel we stayed at in this destination, and I guess we're gonna kind of really outstay our welcome for the next 4 hours. We have arrived at the train station, Nimbin train station, because we have luggage for 4. And most of the cars are just 5-seater cars. My parents and I, so Rhys and I got in one taxi and they got in another, so I'm just waiting at the front of the train station to see their taxi. We didn't leave at the same time, so we have plenty of time though, so hopefully they are on their way. No sign of them at the minute. Come on, Mom and Dad. I am particularly stressed because I wanted to finish a chapter in my book, so I told everybody not to book the taxi yet because we had plenty of time. Then proceeded that we were using Grab and there were no Grabs available, and then Rhys and I finally got a Grab, but then my parents still couldn't get a Grab. We haven't had a Grab not be available the whole time we've been in Nimbin, so I didn't know this was going to happen. But if they are too late and they miss the train, it is completely my fault because I told everybody to calm down and not book it yet. I did this A, to finish my chapter, but B, I didn't want to be waiting in a grungy train station for like 2 hours. And then it's turned out to be quite a nice little station. So I may have messed up. I really hope my mum and dad are on their way. They're here, they made it, plenty of time. Let me go collect them.
Sorry. Hello everybody, you won't be able to see us very well, but we are in a train station.
We've just checked out this is where we're going to be getting onto the platform, getting onto the train, and we have, okay, this is going to be embarrassing. I was just stressing in the clip over whether my parents would make it or not. We have an hour now to spare. We were exploring the platform and now they've closed the gates back into the station, so not sure what's going on there. Also, my parents are in there. Why didn't they say, excuse me, don't close that, our daughter's out there, and the boy who follows her everywhere. A little life hack is the train station got really busy, really crowded, really loud, but there's a little cafe down here that's linked to HK Sleeper Bus, They have a lovely toilet. They have Wi-Fi. The toilet in the train station is not very nice. So I've been chilling out there. It was fantastic. I had a great time. I used the restroom. They even have a shower. I used the Wi-Fi.
We'll find out.
We've got our bags here. We've got the people here waiting for the train. Okay, thankfully we have communicated with the people here. One was Vietnamese, one was Chinese. We have thankfully got them to move into where our beds were supposed to be. And now we are here. We have our lovely private cabin until 8:45. Then new people are coming on the train and we have to leave this cabin. Anyway.
We'll be fine.
So, this is
Megan did all the work.
Yes, my little Google Translate working hard, and that's why I'm flushed. But this is a little train tour. So we have a bed here, a bed here, a bed here, a bed here. We've got some luggage space above here. We've got some luggage space underneath the beds. We don't have a ladder, but we have a foot thing. And now we're gonna relax and enjoy. Oh, we also have a table with some tutorials, some aircon. Now we're gonna relax and enjoy this 11-hour journey. See you in, well, I might do an update in the middle of the night, but with the mic so you won't hear me.
Or we can just go out there.
Yeah.
Great, bye.
There is a room service menu because this is first class, and a reading light and a window. You have beers, Oreos, chicken noodle soup, and these little things. Oh, but you're taller, so you'll be fine. Oh, his way was a lot easier than mine. Oh, but look at your artwork there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's actually
So,
quite comfy.
yeah. There's AC all up here, and then you can also use a charger here. You've got the volume of the announcements, you've got your lights, you've got your mum. Hi mum. Hello. Oh. Hi Dad. Say hi to the vlog.
Hello, vlog.
Okay, so full night on the train complete. Time for a review. In terms of comfiness of the bed, I tend to not sleep with a pillow, so I would say I quite like a hard bed. But even though this is advertised as a soft bed, soft is not the first word that comes to mind. The blanket was nice. The pillow was nice. It was that hard that I did sleep with the pillow. Otherwise, I think I may have died. In terms of wake-up call, they did have a very loud wake-up call at 7 AM. They did offer us some chicken soup also at 7 AM. No one wanted to take up that offer. To be honest, I don't blame them. Could the room get dark? Very dark. How the train rocks you to sleep? Rocked me to sleep very nicely. Views, I'm going to give a pretty low score. It was dark most of the time. And in terms of how silent the rooms were, being next to other cabins, the cabin next to us, everyone was fast asleep. So pretty quiet throughout the night. The only thing was just now people getting up, getting ready. That's when it's got a bit noisy. Compared to how noisy the train station was, pretty good going. So overall, if I remember rightly, of my last sleeper train experience, I think this one was better, and that was in Europe. But I didn't have this wall art back then. Let's see what the rest of the group think.
My review is going to be far less in depth. Sleep quality, 7 out of 10. Compartment, 4 out of 10. Views, 2 out of 10. Food, 0 out of 10. That is my experience.
Okay, Mark, please can you sum up your experience in one sentence? Did you sleep well? No comment from Karen. Oh, get off. Excuse me, Nick, please could you summarize your experience in one sentence?
Morning.
What did he say? Morning. Dad, Please summarize your experience in one sentence. No comment from either members, so I guess we'll never know what this train is like for 60-plus-year-olds, which would have been a very helpful insight. Thank you, guys.
Okay, I am now coming to you a few months later with how the train ended up going. So about an hour and a half before disembarking, they said that we could no longer have the room. Can I just say we booked a room together? So frustrating, but they said we could no longer have the room because new people were coming on the train and we'd originally had to do swapping to get the room we had. So I said fine. They said Rhys and I could stay on the top bunk, but my parents would have to go to another top bunk. My dad, who at this point, he is fine now, but at this point was injured and could barely move and is in his 60s, had to sit on a box in the corridor. I said to the train conductor, bear in mind we paid for first class cabins, I said, can he have a seat in the seating carriage, like the third class seating carriage? Can he just have a seat? And the conductor went, no! And shouted, no. It was an hour and a half. My dad, who had a knee brace on, had an injured ankle, sat on a box in the corridor when we had booked a first-class cabin. Thank goodness it wasn't for the whole night, because if the people we found that could swap with us had said no to swapping, that would have been what they made him do all night. They wouldn't let him in a third-class chair, even though he'd paid for a first-class bed. I am so livid, and mainly livid at the booking company for letting us book it when it wasn't available, but also the way the train conductor shouted no at me when I asked him if he could have a chair. I am not happy. Also, sorry for how the mic was in this vlog. We were still figuring out how to use it.
See you next time.